Welcome to the Veterans Growing America podcast. I am Coach R.L. Simmons. I am here with my illustrious co-host, Donnell Johns, and we have another special guest for you today. We have Tanisha Nicholson. She is the founder, creator, designer, you name it, that is what she is for QTEE Crochet, and she is a retired Air Force veteran. How are you doing, young lady? Welcome to the show.
What up, Doe? What
What
up,
up, though?
Doe? Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Oh my goodness. I mean, y'all gonna get me with this. I'm surrounded by Detroit on both sides. I
Now,
know
now
I'm
you
protect.
just
Hey, folks, I'm protected today. I'm protected.
absolutely,
You
absolutely.
Some
know.
East Side Riders too.
Hey, Tanisha, I'm glad you're
Yes.
on the show. It's so good to share you with the VGA audience. They seen you in person. Now we're about to take you outside of VGA and show you to the rest of the world. Can you tell the rest of the world a little bit about your military connection and your background?
Okay. Thank you again for the warm welcome. I'm Tanisha Nicholson. My military connection has spent 22 years in the Air Force.
All right.
I met my husband there. We both retired here in the DC area, and we are just loving life. I think we were shopping one day and I walked past VGA in Stonebridge and I said, let's go take a peek. And the rest was history. I haven't left yet. And they can't get me, they can't kick me out. So yeah, thank you.
I love that. That's amazing. Hey, tell me a little bit about how you're Air Force veteran. Tell me a
Mhm.
little bit about how your military service influenced your journey into entrepreneurship.
That's a good question. I was a little different in the military. I was very competitive. During promotion time, I always picked a rabbit where I said, I didn't want you to be better than me. So that was my motivation to study. So once, well, that's how we get promoted in the Air Force, if you didn't know. Yes, study.
Mhm.
So once I retired, I needed something more as my motivation. I'm sorry. Yeah. I
No,
need a
she
little
did. She
bit.
just go there. Then she was like, in the Air Force, we got to
We
study. Is
yeah,
that what
we
we
she
have we,
study.
we have to learn a little bit in the Air Force. I don't know
Yeah,
what
to
the Army
study.
does, but that's all I'm saying.
It's funny. I'm an alpha. That's how I feel about the other fraternities.
See, but no, it was my drive to just do better. I wanted to do something better. I am a born creator. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be an art teacher, and so I had all of these talents in my head, and I had no outlet. And when I found VGA, that was just magic. I guess
No,
that's the best way to put it.
I
Yeah.
like that.
no. I agree with you. VGA is magic. I love
Oh,
that you
it's
said
magic.
that.
Oh, it's magic. For those of you, listen, let me tell you about my first time. I'm sorry if I'm going off the rail a little bit. Like I said, my husband introduced me to VGA. And the first time I walked in the back door, I stood there and all I could say was, it was more than I expected. And I just got this overwhelming feeling that I was home. Because when you retire or when you're in the military, you have that connection, that family connection, where if we're in a unit, we're always going to be together, we're going to deploy together, I'm going to see that person every day. But when you retire, you don't retire with those same people. So now we're left looking for that home. When I walked into VGA, I knew I was home. You couldn't tell me otherwise. Okay, I'm sorry. That's it. I'm off my soapbox right now.
No, I love that. I love that because that's one of the reasons why we created VGA is people that have a passion and that want to do business together in a way that it makes it feel like home because I think the three of us know that entrepreneurship is hard.
It's hard.
And so thinking about entrepreneurs, right? Answer this question for me. Were you always a creator and you wanted to turn it into business, or where did that, what inspired you, like the inspiration to start a business? Was it something that you always wanted to do, or was it, I don't know, what was,
Funny enough, I never wanted to sell my items. I would always give them away because
Mm.
it was a part of me. It was my love language to just
Mm,
give things away. If I made something for you, that meant I loved you enough to take my time because I never make two of the same. I couldn't make it anymore because I put my heart into it. So I keep mentioning when I walked into VGA, it was like, it's time for you to step outside of old Tanisha and shift into a new version of yourself and allow others to see you. I've been hiding for so long and never knew I was hiding.
Right before we started this podcast, I had the opportunity to share with Coach Rob your gift, through a picture, a video that we posted on Instagram. And I don't know what you think, Rob. What was it? Was it fire? What
oh,
did you
it was
think of it?
fire. It was definitely one of the most unique things I've seen, and that was not expecting that. I heard what it was, and then I seen what it was, and I was like, that was definitely not what I was. Night and day, night and day.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is, I think unique isn't even the word. It is. It really was a timeless piece because it's just something you generally don't see when you hear crochet.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I like to create, unique pieces. That's kind of what my name was embedded into my name, QT Crochet. Everybody wants a QT, whether it's a beautiful piece or something unique, or just to say that you have one, not bragging, but, and not just on my brand itself. Everybody wants something beautiful. So that's what inspires me to create. I start on color. I don't create from a pattern. I look at you and see, and I let my spirit guide me to create. When I created that dress for Miss Tonda, I just saw her body and I knew what would fit her body and make her beautiful and represent. And so that's how I created. And she allowed me the opportunity to just be me, just to be free and create. That's
Yeah.
the most important thing as an artist, to just be you and be true to yourself. If I don't care anything else, just to be true to yourself. Yes. Y'all gonna get me to talking. I'm sorry. What's next?
Yeah, that's what we want to do. That is what we are here for. We're here for you. So let me ask you this. As a creative, I thoroughly enjoy creatives because this is one of those things that allows them to grow within their business. It's just a simple question. What is your superpower?
You know what? That's a good question because, to be honest, I don't believe I have one. Because as an artist, I am very sensitive. You know, Erica Badu said she was an artist and she was sensitive. I'm sorry, I can't say that count. But that statement holds so true because we are very sensitive. We have this passion on what we create and we expect everybody to love it as much as we do. So I don't okay, so God just spoke to me. I do have a superpower. My superpower is the ability to love what I create and to express what I create through what I make. That's my superpower.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
love it.
like that. I
I,
like
I
that.
I heard a part of that too, right? Like you have this ability to create unique things with love, and
Mhm.
that really is a superpower. So I would just definitely, as a business coach, implore you to use that as the catapult of your business. Creating with love.
And you can tell because if someone just made something just to put an item on the shelf,
Yeah,
that's not what I'm about.
for sure.
What is it? Quality over quantity.
100%.
And that's what I would
100%.
like. I would like for you to see when you see my pieces.
Yeah.
I want you to say she made the hell out of that piece.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
I
Yes.
think one of your other superpowers is you love it so much that you make other people love what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
give you a
real.
perfect example. Maddie,
I love that story.
so tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that you have to offer, because you don't
Okay.
just crochet. What else do you do?
I don't just crochet, Coach Rob. I create resin items as well. And
Mm.
not only do do I create, I also teach. I never knew I was able to teach someone. So I was challenged. Donnell has always given us these challenges at VGA to do something greater within ourselves. So I challenged myself to teach others what I love, which is crochet. Miss Maddie Ross, lover, lover, lover. She took one class with me. Do you know now she is able to sell her pieces from one class? That let me know that I have a gift that I
Mhm.
am able to share, that I should let my light shine.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Oh, and she contacts me, Miss Tanisha, look what I made. And it just makes me feel so good. I have others coming in. When are you teaching your next class? It's VGA. That's all I can say. They see you and then they give you these tools because when I came in there, Donnell said, you know what? Let me take you, let me show you how to better your business. Let me show you the tools that we have. You may need them, you may not, but let me give them to you. Let me give you that opportunity. And they did. And I took it and I say I ran with it. I'm still running with it. So, yes.
I love
Oh,
that.
yes. Like I said, at VGA, we brag different. So I'm gonna brag on VGA. Okay, what you got for me next?
So when you talk about business, so business has these ups and downs.
Absolutely.
And when we have these ups and downs, how are you taking the challenges of being in business and looking at that? I guess let me ask a different question. I'm gonna ask a different question. When it came to transitioning out of the military, how
Mhm.
did you transition from the military into the business world?
You mean my resources or the I can tell you this.
Were there any challenges in your transition from the
th-
military to being a civilian?
There were several challenges, mainly resources. You don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. Okay.
Mhm.
I had no idea how to start a business, how to establish an LLC. But guess where I learned it? VGA. I'm sorry, I keep saying because I never knew that I wanted to do a business. I never knew how much fun it could be to run a business. I never knew how hard it could be to run a business. I never knew anything about running a business. But now that I am a business owner, I am a big business owner. I learn more and more every day. I'm taught that there are challenges every day you won't sell out. But the days that you don't sell anything, look at the connections you made. Look at the people you've spoken to, the hands you shake, what they say, the babies you kiss. We're not doing that anymore, but just think about it. You know, we had a very successful weekend with our community fair, our health fair this weekend. And I could promise you, I spoke with over 1,000 people just showing my art and just expressing how appreciative they were of my art. And so that made me feel like I was on top of the world. Okay, what you say? I didn't have to sell anything, but for that, that was everything. That lets me know that my business is shifting, it is increasing, it is doing everything that I needed to do because people are seeing it versus how it was before it was in my basement. Did that answer your question?
It
Yeah.
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So you were giving us a little bit of nuggets, but I'm gonna ask us like more specific questions. What are some of the like if you were to talk to another entrepreneur who is thinking about starting a business or essentially just started their business, what are some key lessons that you've learned that you would give to somebody just now starting out?
Your nuggets would be get your bookkeeping records, get your records. Start now. You have to get your funding together. You need to have your LLC. You need to have insurance. It takes a lot of your personal money to start a business. Don't start out in the beginning trying to do everything. Have one focus so people can get to know you. Customer service is a must. If you don't establish anything, establish a good customer service and rapport with everyone. That's what I think was most important for me. Am I
And
missing anything?
no, you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
So you've already talked about your experience at VGA. Would you would you recommend VGA to your average everyday person, walking down
Oh,
the street and they're thinking about starting a business?
oh,
I know what you're gonna
absolutely.
say, but I think people want to hear it though.
Absolutely. Because look at this. Everything I told you that I needed to start my business, VGA did it for free. I didn't have to pay for none of that. All I had to do was walk in when we have our community calls. We're asked, is there anything that VGA or anything that you need or that we can do to support you? You raise your hand and tell VGA what you need, meaning Donnell and Tonda. And the next week we have a class, or that following day you get an email and it's done. There is nothing that we don't need that isn't done. As far as, I'll give you a prime example. When I first started, I was approached by the state of Virginia to submit documents for my LLC and my BOI. It's $500. A VGA member completed that and submitted my documents for free. That's the kind of connection that we have. We are growing our business together. We are helping each other. It's not a competition, it's a co-opetition. What one person doesn't know, they can teach the other, and then each one teach one. That's what I learned. That's what I love about VGA.
In fact, our members call us tomorrow. We're doing bookkeeping on that on that call. That's
See, it's like you don't even, you'll walk in and you'll say, man, I don't know how to get my name out there. Oh, I got somebody on social media. See, it's just like that. Let me give you her number. Things like that. It just blows my mind how good, how much of a family VGA is. If I could pay double my membership, but don't charge me, dog. Don't. I'm just saying. I think it's worth that and then some. Don't you agree?
I agree. I agree. Some people don't realize what we have because they grew up in this ecosystem. But I'm glad
Mhm.
that you totally understand the power of community and business family. That's what I'll call it, business family. And I love the fact that you know what your superpower is, and
Oh,
we are able to expound on that. But here's the question for you.
okay.
If you were to start your business all over again, what is one thing that you would have done differently?
I wouldn't have put that table. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. There's a backstory to that. So let me rethink.
Stop.
I could do one thing over or one thing different. I wouldn't say do it over because this experience creating my business, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. What I would do better is I would be more involved and more, no, what's the word I'm looking for? Believe more in myself. That's what it is. Because some of the customers will tear you down. You understand that? You know your stuff is good. The your VGA family knows it's good, but then the customer comes in, oh no, not quietly. And there you go down. So it makes you hold back your talents. But we should never allow anybody to hold back our talents. And so that's what I would learn as a business or do differently. Never allow to anybody to discourage me to hold back my talents. Like I
Mm.
said, I allowed it. That was something I allowed. They didn't do anything to me. So as a business owner, always strive. If you want to do it, do it. Don't say, I'm going to do it. No, do it. You should have done it already. That's what I learned. That's what I would do. Do it. Do it.
Well, I'm definitely glad that you jumped in with both feet. The first day that
Man.
you came, Coach, She came with a friend to help her out, and she never left.
I did never left. Coach, let me tell you. I kept saying, Coach, put me in, put me in. I want to be permanent. I want to be permanent. What I got to do? What I got to do? What I got to do? You want me to take out the trash? I'm gonna do this. What you want me to do? You want me to wipe the windows? Coach, I was on it. I was on it. You have no idea. You have no idea. I told him, y'all not getting rid of me. I don't care. The
She
the
said, and
le-
I am telling
okay,
you.
I'm not going. Okay. Coach, let me tell you the lessons we learn on a daily basis. Listen. Got testimony. This weekend, one of my one of a kind pieces, beautiful lady came in. She was asked to come on the View Live. She's going in 2 weeks. Do you know she's wearing my shirt?
Wow.
How about that? We brag different at VGA. What
Wow.
I tell you?
Wow.
Absolutely. So, what did I say? Don't just say you're going to do it. Do it. Do it. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who you're going to meet at VGA.
That's what
Her
it
stuff
is.
is gonna be on the View.
On the
Yeah.
View. Okay.
I love
I'm
that.
sorry. Okay. Go ahead, coach.
So yeah, we gonna start the transition out of the show, but before we get out of here, what I want to do is open up the floor to you, and you can pour your heart out to the viewers and the listeners, and give them your
Final thoughts. I want to sound like Arsenio Hall. Remember back in the day when he used to? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm telling my age. Okay, sorry.
that
That's funny.
is hilarious.
Okay, final thoughts. Always believe in yourself. Always have a dream. Never allow anyone to minimize your dream because those little words, those little jabs, them saying your little business, all that, you start to believe that over time. So don't let anyone talk you out of what you want to do. That's all I got to say.
I love that. I love that. So before we get out of here, QT Crochets, how can people find it? How can people find you? How do they get a hold of you? Let them know.
Okay, you can find me first on the BGA members directory. We have our webpage. Go ahead on BGA.com. What is it? VeteransGrowingAmerica.com.
Veterans
And look for me under QT Crochet. You can send me a message. You can order online. Also, I'm on each social media handle at QT Crochet underscore 2019. That's Insta and Facebook.
I love it. I love it. And I'll drop that information in the description of this episode as well for folks to actually be able to see it. Donnell, how do folks continue to support Veterans Growing America?
The first way that they can support Veterans Growing America is by learning a little bit of financial support and education from Coach R.L. Simmons. Can you tell us a little bit about that, sir?
I love that, and I definitely appreciate it. What I do is I help folks simplify their finances, and a lot of times people are afraid of dealing with money, and simply because the market has complicated the language, and but it's an evergreen skill. And so what I want to be able to do is allow people to simply understand finances and grow and change your mind, change your money, and change your life. So they can go to yourmoneygoat.com/bookings, and you can book me, and I'll do a financial audit for you, and I'll take care of you. I truly appreciate that, because that is the basis of what we're doing, right? The basis of what we're doing is, if we want people to come into our stores and shop, we want them to be able to have the money to do that and the ability to manage that.
Absolutely. So I need y'all to visit. Say it one more time.
Your Money Goat, that's me. Your Money Goat, GOAT.com/bookings.
And there he gonna show you how to make $1 out of 15 cents.
That's it. That's it. And then take it to VGA. And
I
shop,
like
baby.
that. Shop,
Yeah,
baby.
baby. Look, so how do y'all become a part of VGA? Number one, go to veteransgrowingamerica.com and get in where you fit in, right? If you want to be a customer, go to our directory and you find one of our businesses and do business with a veteran, military spouse, or dependent. If you want to be a vendor, you can find that information there. If you want to be a member, I highly recommend you do that. Become a member. And then if you want to participate in our events, and the thing that I love most about our events is you get connected and plugged in with a community that will support you, that will help you make it to the next level, whatever that level is for you. We meet you where you are. And everything that we do uplifts and supports our veteran community. So come in,
Shop, baby.
Now, baby, let's grow.
let's grow.
Miss Tanisha, thank you so much for blessing us with your time and presence this evening. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach Rob.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And we are over and